Hello everybody and welcome back to Everything Tech, and today we're taking a look at the Google Home Mini. Yes, I am back. I actually found a little bit of time to shoot a video, and I did get this sent in for free from Spotify and Google. I think they're having a partnership of some sorts where if you do have their Spotify Premium, they'll send you a Google Home Mini. So I was sent an email by them saying, hey, you want a Google Home Mini? So I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And here it is after like about a week. It arrived. Of course, delivery times may vary depending on where you are and your situation, but delivery times may vary based on where you live. Anyway, that's the front of the box. You got the picture there. It does work with the Nest, Philips Hue, and several other partners there that have signed up with Google so that their services work. And of course, you see their Spotify, and they're the main reason why I have this right now. That's what it looks like. I did get it in the charcoal color. And here's the back of the box with just some stuff that the Google Home Mini is able to do. Of course, I think they did come out with the Nest Home Mini, which is the successor to this. I guess that's why they're giving these away. They just have a bunch on hand that they want to get rid of, and instead of throwing them out, why not give them away? But yeah, you can go ahead and pause this if you want to read through it. I'm not going to read through it all. Same with this, just has a Google Assistant. So if you're familiar with the Google Assistant, you'll be right at home with this. I'll have to get used to it, but I'm sure it's a lot smarter than a certain fruit company's assistant. So let's go ahead and take it or open the box. So to open it, we're just going to look at the bottom here. You can see there Google Home Mini, and there's going to be like a piece of paper here that you just rip off. I've already ripped it off just to make sure everything's in its place. And it says part of the Google Home family. So there is the Google Home line of speakers that, or personal assistants that you can buy. And this one's the smaller of the variations. So we're going to go ahead and take this out. And there's the Google Home Mini. We're going to take a look at it in closer detail in just a bit. And we have our Get Started guide. And here we have, oh, I didn't think this was the power plug. I thought this was just like some center part there, but here we have the wall plug with the Google logo there. That's kind of nice. It is a standard American 2-prong plug there, and there is a mini or micro USB, so you can plug this directly into the Google Home Mini. Go ahead and set this aside, and here we have the Get Started guide. All I'm gonna have to do here is just pop that open like so. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of this so I can recycle it accordingly. Let's get started. Google with the nice blue Google. On the back side it says plug it in, connect the power to your Google Home Mini, and then you download the Google Home app and put that on your phone. Android and Apple compatible. And get to know your Google Home Mini. I'm sure this is like a quick start guide kind of thing. Go ahead and open it there. Touch controls, you can go ahead and pause it if you want to read through that. I'm not going to go through it all. You assign it a name, so I can assign this one like my room, and in the Google Home app it's going to show up there as such. There's a learn more and support. Nothing much on that side. And there's the front. Be safe. This is the safety regulations and the warranty, so in case it does become damaged for whatever reason, you can look through here and try to see if you can claim it through warranty if it's still within that time frame. And here we have the Google Home Mini. It's a very nice looking device, very well made. And taking a look at it, we have like a mesh sort of cover to the top there. And from the pictures that I've seen, I believe it has like LEDs in the bottom. I can kind of see them there. That should turn on once you plug it into power. And speaking of power, I'm just going to plug in the micro USB to the back so we can orient ourselves with the touch controls. And having it plugged in, it has touch controls. So if you touch this side, this would be the volume down. This is the left side of the device, and this being the right, volume down, volume up. And then if you do a long press, it would be a play or pause. And if you look at the back side here, it does have a switch. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect it for the time being so it's easier to handle. You have a switch here with a little microphone on it. So if you switch that, it's going to turn off the microphone so the Google Home will not be able to hear you. So this is in case you have like some sort of, or I'm going to have a conversation with someone and you don't want anybody to hear you. on the other end, or if you don't want your assistant to activate because if someone on TV said, "Hey Google," you go ahead and flip that switch and it's not going to activate. And there again, we have the micro USB. This is a charcoal color. It's a very nice looking color, and it does come in a variety of different colors. And on the bottom here, we do have a little indentation there, which I assume is like a reset button, so that in case you sell the device or you give it away for whatever reason, you press that or press and hold that reset button, and it's going to erase all of the settings that are on the Google Home so that you can give it away without risking any personal information.
Welcome to Google Home. To get started, download the Google Home app on a phone or tablet.
So here we have the Google Home Mini fully set up and ready to go. And it looks very nice on top of my record player. Actually, I thought it'd be kind of funny to put it there. It's not going to be its permanent location, as I do use my record player a lot. And the setup was easy. It took about between 5 to 10 minutes because it did have to update. Google does make it easy for you to set up these devices, so it's not really that hard. Everything was pretty much automatic. You just had to link your own accounts and sign in and set up your address so it knows where you are. So I've been using the Google Home Mini all day, and I've actually come to really like all the features that it has to offer. And I would actually recommend this to anybody who's looking for a very inexpensive personal assistant. And my main uses for this device would have to be like adding events to my calendar without really accessing my phone, and playing radio streams from like iHeartRadio, or even playing Spotify streams. All of that you can do. And one of the cool features, in case that sort of thing is what you like, is you could play like white noise in the background, which I think is really cool. I think most personal assistants do that, but this little speaker here has some really cool features. For example, I have a math exam on Friday, so I'm going to go ahead and add that to my calendar. Hey Google, can you add a new event to my calendar?
What's the title of the event?
Calculus 2 exam.
All right, when is the event?
This Friday at 2 p.m.
All right, Calculus 2 exam on Friday at 2 p.m. Do you want to save that?
Yes.
Sure, I saved your event.
And now that I have my event saved, I can always ask it, hey, what am I doing this Friday? So, hey Google, what am I doing this Friday?
There's one entry for Friday. At 2 p.m., you have Calculus 2 exam.
So it's cool that you do have Google Calendar integration, and I feel like now that I have this, I'm going to start using it more. I'm typically used to using Outlook Calendar because it's integrated with my work, but I think I'm going to start using this more for personal projects, personal events, and whatnot. Another cool feature is you can stream iHeartMedia to it, so if you have a favorite radio station but it's not in your area, you can always ask it to stream it. So, hey Google, can you stream Coast 103.5 on iHeartRadio?
Streaming cost $103.5 from iHeartRadio.
Choir one day.
Her personality.
You already have a great start. And we wish you...
So as you can see here, I'm tapping the side, orienting it to the camera. This left side here is going to turn down your volume and eventually pause the media, and the right side is going to turn up the volume. And as you can see, turning up the volume, you see these LEDs here that basically indicate your levels here. So you can see as I go lower, the LEDs get dimmer. And if I go all the way up, it starts flashing, indicating that it's reached the maximum limit for the volume. So I'm gonna leave it halfway. And you can see there it's already playing the radio. If I press and hold either side, it's going to pause that. And the reason why I picked this radio station is because it streams from Los Angeles, which is my hometown. And I could choose a different radio station if I'd like. Let's say if I want to listen to something in New York, I could. But let's say I want to stream my Spotify playlists. I could simply say, hey Google, could you stream my holiday playlist?
Okay, here's your Spotify playlist called Holiday Classics.
So you can see there, it starts playing the music, and it started playing from Spotify because in the application I've set that as my default streaming media player, so it automatically defaults to to Spotify, but you could choose which application service would be your default. So that's kind of cool. And because, like I said, it does come with Google's Assistant, I can easily say, hey Google, what's the weather going to be like tomorrow?
Tomorrow in San Francisco, it'll be sunny with a high of 67 and a low of 49.
And for my last feature here, which is a really cool feature, and there's a lot of products out there that do exactly the same thing, but this one does more. Okay, Google, could you play some Thunderstorm white noise?
Okay, here's a Spotify playlist called Night Storms.
And it starts playing from Spotify, but I think it also has some default playlists of its own. So, hey Google, could you play some Thunderstorm sounds? And you can see there it's actually playing like a default library of sounds. It's not taking it from Spotify or anything, although originally it did. So I think that's kind of cool. Okay, Google, could you play some wind sounds?
Sure, Sounds of Wind by Wind Sounds for Sleep. Here it is on Spotify.
Again, it plays on Spotify, and I think it's kind of cool. I know there's people out there that like sleeping to white noise, so it's a cool feature to have. I'm probably not going to use it because I like to sleep with music, but overall I've been satisfied with this product. So with that being said, thank you all for watching. See you all in the next one.